Hey, good morning everyone. This is Martin Hanfield, the cool recruiter, obviously, and today I want to start a series of video on the subject of tips and tricks for remote work. I've been working remotely for quite a bit of time now, and I know that it's new for a lot of you guys out there. So I'd like to share some of the tips and tricks I've encountered along the way. And the first of these centers around the concept of a virtual commute. So one of the things that we lost when we switched to working from home is the commute. Now, initially it seemed like a very good, valuable advantage, but it turns out that the original commute had some advantages as well, and that it's not such a good idea to just roll out of bed and start cracking away immediately. What are those advantages, you might be wondering? Well, for starters, better productivity, because many of us use that time in transit to plan the day ahead and sort of come up with checklists of things to accomplish during the day. There was also obviously an advantage in terms of calories burned walking through the bus station, or even some of us were like biking to work and such, so that provided an additional opportunity for physical exercise. For social connections as well, chit chat on the bus, in the subway. But most of all, it was a time of transitioning between work life and personal life and vice versa. And it turns out that's very important. So how can you replicate that working from home? Well, here's a few ideas. You can set up an exercise routine in the morning and towards the end of your day, where you run on a treadmill for 15 minutes, you do yoga, you do meditation, any kind of, you go outside for a run, weather permits, anything that allows you to do physical exercise and to mark that transition. You can use the tools out there. Microsoft is actually coming up with a new feature for Teams called a virtual commute, of all things. And it will allow you to do things like set tasks, like what we discussed before, and meditate. We're using Headspace, I believe, which is an application for meditation. But at the end of the day, you can come up with any kind of ritual that allows you to really clearly mark the transition from personal life to work and from work to personal. That could be lighting candles, that could be burning incense if you're into that sort of thing, but just about anything, if you repeat it, if you do it on a regular basis, will become your sort of ritual to start and end the workday. Obviously, you could also jump in your car and drive around, pretending to drive to work, but that's not very eco-friendly. Now it is, so let's skip that one. And one more thing. There's something called the incubation effect. So what's the incubation effect? That's when you're working on a particular problem, you're trying to come up with a solution, and it's just not working. Well, it turns out that if you think about something else, or better yet, think about nothing at all, the solution might just come to you from out of nowhere. That's the incubation effect. Look it up. There is such a thing. And stay tuned, of course, for more tips and tricks to work remotely in an efficient and pleasant way. Thank you. Bye-bye.